CNBC-TV18 Weekender.
Hello and welcome. I'm in conversation with Amit Jatia at his plush beach candy home, and this is his favorite spot, isn't this?
Absolutely. That's my time for myself, and that's the time to relax and re-energize before the week starts again on Monday.
So typically, what do you do when you're not at work?
One, of course, the mind continues to think about tomorrow and day after from a strategy point of view. That's the one thing. But in order to take my mind away from work, one is I love reading. So I catch up on mostly management kind of thinking, autobiographies and things like that. So that's one thing. A little bit of music because I love music, and just started sort of getting on to a bit of singing. And lastly, my real passion is planning my holidays. So that's what I spend my time on weekends, trying to find unique places, trying to find new areas, around the world, in Europe or anywhere else. And that's really what I do.
So I'll come to the traveling in a bit, but
Right.
Tell me about the books. Which of these books is your favorite?
Actually, Jack Welch has been my sort of guru forever. So right when I graduated in 1987 from my undergrad, an article had come in the Harvard Business Review. And since then, when I read what he had to say, it resonated with my thinking right away. And then I read more about him, and I read more about him, and that was his time when he was just rising a wave as well. So since then, I've been following Jack Welch. And then, of course, I read Sam Walton's, then I read Honda's autobiography. So I love to read how companies were made. I love to read how an entrepreneur started his or her journey and how they built that into today a global organization. So that's what I've done, but yes, he's the man for me.
And in terms of inspiration, who inspires you? I mean, it's a very tough business to handle, and I'm sure you have a guru or an inspiration out there.
So one is, of course, like I said, Jack Welch. I've been following him for a long time. Globally, there was Jim Cantalupo, who was the president and eventually the chairman of McDonald's Corporation. In India, of course, I'm a big fan of Ajay Piramal, and I've just loved the way he's built his business, the integrity with which they run their business. So he's another person I follow a lot from an Indian context.
All right, on that note, I want to do a quick rapid fire with you.
Sure.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Always ready. Fast food, right?
All right. All right. So quickly tell me, which is your favorite McDonald's burger?
Mine is now the Maharaja Mac, the veg Maharaja Mac.
The first fast food item that you've ever eaten?
The first fast food was shakes at McDonald's in Japan when I was in my 11th grade, long time ago.
If you were not at McDonald's, where would you have been?
Oh, well, I would probably be running my lubricant business in the family. That's what I would do.
One sport that really inspires you to take up?
I used to play squash. I loved it. Very competitive, very quick-paced.
One person that you aspire to become in your life going ahead?
That's a tough one. But from a business point of view, clearly Jack Welch. But to be a bit all-rounded, I need to think a little bit more. Maybe somebody like Bill Gates, who's doing a lot of social and yet has been able to keep leadership. Actually, Steve Jobs.
That's because you're a
I'm a big technology and gadget fan, and when I think about it from today's point of view, Steve Jobs. The way he took Apple to where it was, from where it was to where it is, unfathomable.
Your favorite gadget?
My favorite gadget is my iPhone.
Is it the iPhone 7?
iPhone 7 Plus.
7
I've
Plus.
just moved to the Plus.
All right, you performed really well on your
Thank you.
rapid fire round. Thank you so much, Amit, for all your inspirational words, and it's really been a pleasure interviewing you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
With that, it's a wrap on this show. Thanks so much for watching.
CNBC-TV18 Weekender.